The voices in my head are pretending like they're outside, and them and I, whoever they're pretending to be, are having a conversation. It's the voices in my head, okay, that I'm talking to. If I talk, and you'll hear only one side to the conversation, which is on several of my several of the records or videos that I post. You hear me, and you hear no one else. It's because I'm talking the voices in my head. I'm gonna place my phone right here because I'm looking through boxes to gather all my kids' artwork and schoolwork and their yearbooks, because I've been saying it for over a year now and I'm tired of saying it. So I'm going through my mom's garage trying to get everything together. My mom's garage. See? Because there are no cameras here, so I want to make it obvious. Ta-da. All right, that's it. I heard the bitch talking about her feelings. But I'm making it inevitable. There's no way you're gonna misunderstand. I'm not arguing. This is not a discussion. This is what they're doing to me. The voices talking in my head sound like terrorists. I want them sentenced to death. worse. Look at this fucking thing. I will get everyone as excited as I am if I die, dude. To be on the same dot, honey. I am done. I voices in my head are saying that they are responsible for what's going on in Palestine and laughing like those aren't our kids dying. It's crazy. I know it sounds like it's me. I swear to God, I cry all the time. There's no way in hell I would ever feel that way. The voices in my head sound like fucking terrorists. I swear to God. And they laugh like, you're in your head. It's in, you're telling people it's in your head. It sounds like it's coming from you, you stupid bitch, because they want me not to post this. I don't care. I'm posting it because I am so fucking weirded out by the fucking bitches I hear in my head. They're fucking weird. They're bitches, dude. Something's off about that. The schizophrenia. Okay, the bitches in my head don't make sense. They're not, it has nothing to do with me. They're dying to see me do drugs. They want me out on the street and they are dying to see me do drugs. Like, oh, to fill this void from all the deprivation they've caused me. It is crazy. The voices in my head are insane. I have absolutely zero desire to do drugs. Zero. It's not even on my mind. It was never on my mind. I used to make fun of my friends like, oh, you have to drink and do drugs to loosen up and feel interesting? Like, I thought that was a joke. I have pictures of Berna. voices in my head, they want to hassle me. They're so fucking weird. No. One of those stupid voices in my head keeps saying, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Like, what the fuck is this? They keep saying they're Egyptian Americans and they're terrorists. And they're part of a terrorist organization that isn't, it isn't just Egyptian Americans. They're just, that's just, I mean, the entire organization is, well, I don't even know. I can't say Christian, Muslim. I mean, anybody could be involved. But they are all hiding behind Islam, which that's the garbage, and really it's part of our identity on our records. Like if you're black or white, or if you're Asian or whatever. It's so religion is part of our identity to identify our bloodlines, I would assume, but maybe, I don't know. Anyways, they are, so it might be, but they're specific families. Like it's not, they're actually trying to have innocent Muslims and innocent Christians fight each other, fight their war. The terrorists in my head who the United States wants to convict and sentence to death. They're screaming in my head. They're saying they're Egyptian Americans living in California, living in the United States, screaming at the top of their lungs, hiding behind. That's why I'm like, first of all, I really actually don't know very many Egyptian Muslims, and I don't owe anyone money, and never have I came across anybody that made me feel uncomfortable. But the people and the voices are always in my head, so it's like, they can't be in two places at once. So it's weird, dude. Like so don't run around. If I'm obviously telling you they're in my head, yes, it's 24/7. Yes, they may be on shifts, but I mean, regardless, take it for what it is. They're in my head. So there is their geographic location is being, like, it can be tracked without like stepping out of line and accusing anyone. And the government is definitely after it. The United States, Bill Gates wants to bring down those 414 drones to surveil the entire world because of these terrorists, because they're making claims against innocent Muslims and innocent Christians, and trying to say that they need permissions to use these surveillance technologies, these highly sophisticated technologies, and they're victims of whatever, right? Of like the Muslim terrorist regime, crimes, and they're actually innocent bystanders when these are the actual, like, real life terrorists. Like, these people are the most dangerous human beings that are a danger to society and need to be sentenced to death. And the government is definitely honing in on tracking their whereabouts. So it's nothing to worry about. But I promise you, these psychos are somewhere, like, in the boondocks, in, I'm sure, a really nice big house where, unless you're like driving onto their lot, you're not going to hear them. And by driving, like, I'm pretty sure they have a few acres around, or an acre or so, enough space where they're not where it's no one can hear them because they're screaming in my head, like actually screaming in my head. And all I can think is they probably have homes where, you know, where they kind of blend in with the rest of us somewhere in LA and Orange County. But then there are the homes where they do the surveillance from, and where they sit and they talk into my head. It's crazy. It is crazy. And the whole point of me not being significant is the point. Like, why would anybody? Well, that's the point. It's like, who would ever guess? But then at the same time, they're destroying my life, depriving me, abusing me, making me look crazy, and so on and so forth. And who knows the brain brain damage associated with it. The voices in my head it's not like I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I love the birds. And they're like, oh yay, the birds are gorgeous, ha. Like, that's schizophrenia that I can actually live with. This is beyond. This is like every day it's on terrorism, genocide, war crimes, human trafficking, sex trafficking, like darkness all day long. As you see, I'm looking through photos of me and my friends when we were babies. This is what I'm on. This is what I'm on. I'm trying to gather all my my kids' pictures, and while I was looking, I found these. This is what I'm on. This is what my inner voice, my actual inner voice, sounds like. Okay, this is what it's thinking about. The voices in my head are on another page. It's not me. They're just constantly trying to drag my attention into their nutty world. Oh, and all that to say, it's not in sync with me. They're not in sync with me. And then when I say that, first of all, they're saying it's schizophrenia. If there is a technology, because they're screaming, we're real people, whatever. Well, then wouldn't someone like that, knowing that there are still lots of questions about schizophrenia, run and provide the evidence to the U.S. government that they're innocent and schizophrenia is real or not real? Like, why wouldn't they run and like clear their name immediately? Instead, they try to like shove it down my throat and pretend they're me, and like it's weird. It is so flippin' weird what's going on in my head. to say that the voices also speak English fluently, but I mean, like, in regards, like, to as if they were born and raised here. They sound like first, are we first or second generation Egyptians? Or first. Well, if our parents came here as immigrants, then whatever we are, first or second. So born here just like myself. Some of them, and obviously their parents not, but they sound like they traveled often to the Middle East, especially to Egypt, because their Arabic is fluent. So it's not, and there are several people saying they're targeted individuals, and the people speaking in their heads are hard to identify. Like they sound like U.S. because all the targeted individuals believe it's their ex-wife or their ex-girlfriend, or they're saying nutty shit that's not true. It's these terrorists that are talking in my head. They're Middle Eastern, and they're part of this terrorist organization. And anyways, but none of them sound like they're foreigners with accents. They all sound like U.S. citizens born and raised here, like white Americans or anyone. They just sound like Americans. And so, all that to say, that's more to I want to really identify what the voices sound like. So anyone that has just come from the Middle East with the thicker accent would most likely not be them, especially if they have little children. The ones I hear speak English fluently. They went to school here, graduated here. Some of them may have studied abroad, but it doesn't, I mean, neither here or there. These people are considered professional lawyers or doctors or whatever area of study they've been in, and they've clearly graduated here to or graduated. Well, they grew up here. Their elementary school sounds like they were here. Like the way they speak, like their English fluency. They're playing with my head because they don't want me explaining. They want me sounding retarded. Their English fluency is as if they were. I mean, they've never visited another country. You wouldn't even tell. But then they speak Arabic very fluently, so it's obvious that they traveled often back and forth to the Middle East to kind of to make sure that they understood the language. And clearly, I mean, there's so much to it. And it's to maybe traffic people in the Middle East and Egypt in particular, and then of course it's 95% Muslim, so it's obvious that their trafficking isn't just particular to the Christian faith. These terrorists in my head are abusing and oppressing Muslims and Christians, their families that came together to control the Middle East, and they've committed so many crimes that they don't want to see any of us succeed, and they want to stay on top until the government agencies and other are forced to share secrets or knowledge on science and teach them their and like basically get them up to speed in science and advance their families so they're equally equipped and understanding of what's going on before they allow anyone to take on this position. So these sneaky little fucking bitches are sitting in my head. They're actually dumb as fuck. Fuck you. Not to say dumb. They're I mean, they're not dumb as fuck, but they're of an average intelligence. It's not like anything spectacular. They're trying to twist people's arms to gain power. It's just, this is insane. This, I know I sound crazy. He's playing with my head. Look at my hair. I mean, how do you add a picture? I'm gonna play around with YouTube, see how I can add a picture to these videos and start showing you like the difference in my hair. And they keep calling me a raggedy bitch and a rag doll and I don't know what else. They're psycho terrorists. They need to be sentenced to death. They're not fit for society. Oh my God. Please, God. Oh. These are my babies. Oh. So I'm getting to it. There's no. In here in the garage.
Where are you?
Right here, hiding.
Why are you hiding? When did you come in?
I got to looking at the pictures.
Does Jessica know you're here?
Nobody. I don't think Jessica knows I'm here.
Oh my God. How did you get in?
I came into the garage.
Oh wow. I didn't even hear the garage. I heard my mom and it's like, oh my gosh, where's Ruby?
No,
I'm here.
Oh,
Well, here, give me a hug and then next I can leave.
Oh,
See?
there's a donut for you.
Aww.
I found a lot of pictures of Bernadette. I'm gonna send them to Jenny. I'm gonna make a copy and send them because they had none for her funeral. So maybe for her birthday. Anyways, I love you. I love you too, honey. That donut is for you. It's in the bag. No one's touched it.
I'm not really a donut. It gives me heartburn. Here, this looks like it's in
This is all Jessica stuff. Oh my gosh, there. I want all of the pictures. I want at some point, I'm gonna look on Pinterest.
Is that theirs?
That's definitely is, but I'm saying, I don't know if just Jackie and Rochelle and Jessica are gonna appreciate them as much as I do.
Well, have at it. There's here and there's also, but you have to put it back the way it was. There's boxes there.
No, I put those back. I want to make sure there's nothing else Leah's out here.
Why are you recording?
Oh, I was just making sure that I didn't hear anything outside. So sometimes I record just to make sure that I don't hear, like what I'm hearing isn't getting mixed up with what I hear outside. And then I replay it.
Okay, Habibi, I'm gonna go.
Alright, Mom. Love you.
Love you too, Habibi, Mom.
Oh, okay, so Devin. Oh my gosh, I have a ton of Devin.
Okay. Yeah, no
Sorry.
problem.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, I saw them.
Look how cute. Look at this. Mom, these were. She was a 4.6. She had a 4.6 AP and honor student. Oh, that's for Christina Collada. I'm gonna send this to her and Jenny. Me and Jenny were really close. I completely forgot about those days. بس كانت تنبسط قوي when Bernadette لما احنا كنا نبقى مع بعض. She would be like the most excited out of all of us, Berna, to be, you know, for us to be together. It's not the most flattering picture of me, but still nonetheless. Alright.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you, Mom.
Bye, Jess. Renee's here in the garage.
Bye, hi, Jess. They called me yesterday. I'm gonna follow up with them right now. Okay. Love you, Mom.
My mom's house.